I ran into Dave, and he has, you were a science teacher.
Correct, for 32 years.
Dave, you have a YouTube channel teaching science. And I don't know where we're going other than east. Very cool. Got half a mind to put my swimsuit on and go swimming. I just felt the water, and it's pretty cold. I mean, this is a big, deep body of water. I've gone from some of the hottest weather I've ridden in to being a little cold now. So I'm set up here again in a very nice camp spot with a fire ring, and there's my tent, and there's the strong. Good morning. Coldest morning yet. Quite sure that we've dipped below 50 degrees Fahrenheit and somewhere in the higher 40s, I would imagine, which is fine. I guess somewhere in the 50s is probably my favorite sleeping temp. But I wanted to show you this river this morning. Just kind of reaffirming. I'm going to stick to the path here, and hopefully I won't get any deer ticks or wood ticks. But that orange reddish color to that water again leads me to believe that I'm in a very iron rich area. So back to that thing in Marquette I was talking about that I thought was used to load iron ore and onto freighters on the Great Lakes. I think this is an iron region. Pretty cold. And that's why this can't heat fast enough for me this morning. Yeah. Nice and hot. So the goal today is to ride across the, there's a big bridge from the UP down to the lower part of Michigan called the Mackinac Bridge, I believe. God, I better get that right. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong later in this video. Maybe it's Mackinac. I don't know. Never lived here. Really enjoyed this campsite, and it's exactly where I needed it to be to split the difference between yesterday and today as far as ride time goes. So that's cool. My goal is to get somewhere west of Detroit. I have an old dear friend from Fargo who now lives in a western suburb of Detroit. Oddly, he's not home. He's on vacation in upstate New York, and I will see him there. So I'm not going to see him at his house. I'll see him on his vacation. which is kind of odd, but I'm just glad I'll be able to see him. But then the other thing is my daughter's interested in possibly applying to the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, and she wanted me to stop by there and get my camera out and show her the campus a little bit. So I am also going there. I don't know if I'll take you along for a ride to University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. Maybe you guys are interested in that. I'll throw it in, what the heck. So one thing I'm struggling with this morning is that it is later than it feels. I crossed over into the Eastern time zone yesterday, and my body is still thinking somewhere between Mountain Time and Central Time. I wanted to just share my morning with you. Sun is coming up. I mean, it's gorgeous. I know I got to get on the road, but this is heaven. There is a really nice road that the federal government has put through here, and obviously the locals like it, so there was some road noise. I mean, you can hear it now. When the big trucks, their loud tires go on it, but I didn't hear that all night, so that was good. What was that?
One thing I think is a little weird is these British petroleum pumps have a green handle, and green is diesel to me, so it freaks me out, kind of. Not really. I mean, I realize by the spigot that it's not diesel, but green's an odd color. I know it's their color scheme for their brand. So one thing I will say that I love about the V-Strom, and I've said it other places, other videos, is how much I appreciate that it runs on a lower octane fuel. It saves me quite a bit of money on a trip like this, because there's a good 25 to 35 cent difference per gallon in the price of this stuff. And I've been in more than one place already and on past trips where high octane fuel is not available. I even ran into a spot where they didn't have a high enough octane for this bike. But that was one very isolated incident. There's my path to the lower peninsula of Michigan. So that's where I'm headed. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get across it, and hopefully the crosswind is not too bad. Lovely day. So I gotta give you that. Pardon?
Just give you?
Just me, yeah.
You're good to fly, my man.
Thank you, sir.
Nice day for a ride.
Yeah, not too bad of a crosswind, I hope.
No, I don't think it's much. I don't think it's much.
Great. Thank you.
The Mackinac Bridge is a suspension bridge spanning the Straits of Mackinac, connecting the upper and lower peninsulas of the state of Michigan. Opened in 1957, the 26,372-foot-long bridge is the world's 24th longest main span and the longest suspension bridge between anchorages in the Western Hemisphere.
Wow!
New Orleans, the real queen of clubs, if you know what I mean. Her legs are longer than a Mississippi mile. She could drive a sober judge with a wink and a smile. Call the juke joint Jenny, she's out on the town tonight. Well, she gets started for the evening, leaves her money at home. When she walks up to the bar, the man won't leave her alone. She got charm, class, whole lot of style. No need for credit card, she just puts it on a smile. Juke joint Jenny, she's out on the town.
Okay, so I just came across the Mackinac Bridge. I got this figured out now. It's the Mackinac Bridge, and the town right next to it is Mackinac, so that's why I was confused. But one thing I need today is to do laundry, and I'm stopping here at this, I don't know if you can see it over there, it's like a colonial town, old fort. And I was just looking at my phone and the map, and I just don't have time to go through it, unfortunately, because I got to do laundry. And as I'm doing that, I look and bam, laundromat. So I'm heading in. I'm going to do my laundry, and it looks like a nice place. Maybe I'll get a bite while it's spinning. Okay, so why a laundromat and not, hotel sink laundry like I did a few days ago? Bottom line is because I'm not staying in a hotel, and I don't have plans to be in a hotel for quite a while, honestly. No reservations for one, and I keep running into camping that works. I've got a camping reservation tonight, and I think I'm going to be continuing to camp as long as I can because it's just cheaper. So that's the plan right now. So I need the laundromat. Well, this place is within walking distance, called Darrow's. I know nothing about it, but I'll see if I can grab something to go and get back to my laundry. Well, while I'm waiting for my meal, this is kind of interesting. This is a Mackinac boat, and I guess these things were very common on the Great Lakes at the time. This thing's actually really nicely made. Should be out on the water and not sitting here. But according to this plaque, it says that the early 17th century through early 1900s, fur traders, fishermen, settlers, and lake travelers used these boats, much like we use SUVs or pickup trucks today. They're made from native birch, and the hull shape is wide at the water line but narrow at the bottom, so it was fast when empty but stable when it was loaded. You know, I can kind of see it. So essentially this is like the Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4 of the era for around here. Well, it was pretty quick. I got a like a fish basket with probably fries and coleslaw, I'm assuming. We'll see when I get there what I have in the bag. It was pretty inexpensive though, like $12 for a whole lunch. Not bad for around here, I guess. I get a kick out of this intersection. You know, somebody had to do this and plan it. So there's two sidewalks that come to a T, and then you've got a crosswalk here that I'm in. It comes here. Well, this area doesn't have sidewalks, but they went ahead and continued this up to there and then over to there. I
guess rather than just pour concrete right here, I don't know. I guess if pavers is what you already have, then you work with what you got, right? Kind of like my stupid tent. Okay, laundry's in the dryer now, so only a few minutes to go, and I've got my lunch here. The lady swore that these were breaded with cornstarch, but the color of them has me believing that that's not necessarily the case, but I don't know. I'm gonna eat them and see how I feel. Well, the French fries are good. The fried fish is not crispy, it's kind of soggy. Maybe that's because I walked it over here though, and it's not like immediately out of the fryer. I don't eat a lot of fried food. I didn't feel like I had time for multiple cycles of the dryer, so I spun my laundry once and then got back on the road.
I got a 40-inch color TV set, CD stereo. I got a big old leather easy chair, deep shag carpet on my floor.
Okay, I'm at Proud Lake Recreation Area and Campground. This was a recommendation from a good friend who lives in the area. So very much a family campground, and it's just outside of suburbia, so suburban Detroit. So I was driving past suburban residential areas and strip malls and Target and Starbucks and all that, and then all of a sudden I'm here. So the good news is the facilities are great. They have a shower. It's the first campground with shower facilities that I've had yet, and so I'm gonna go use them because I desperately need them. And I'm geared up for a shower, so brought a towel. And then by morning it should be dry. Oh, horseshoes. Riveting. Well, I feel like a new man. It's nice. It's a little awkward though, everything's wet on the floor. How do I put dry socks on? I don't know. It's different in a hotel, but hey, I'm clean and I needed to get clean, so it's a nice feature. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Is he chucking wood right now? Oh, my kids are going to eat you up. So a bit of an odd day. Today was the day in my original plan that I would have crossed over into Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, Ontario, and would have started making my way through Ontario and into Quebec. And when, the border wasn't opened for leisure travel to guys like me, then everything had to be kind of plan B. And today ended up just being a day that I needed to transport myself around the lakes so I can head east. Most people under normal circumstances would go into through Detroit. If they don't go to Sault Ste. Marie, they'd go through Detroit into Toronto and head east that way. But again, there's no going into Canada. So I'm going around, and that means Toledo and northern Ohio and the south side of Lake Erie. Never been, so I'm excited to see it, but the midway point between there and my destination tomorrow, which is Niagara Falls, ended up just being here. And So here I am, and with my friend's recommendation, I got a good campsite and a shower, but I'm getting lazy and I'm getting Chinese food from a strip mall. Actually looking forward to it. Because I'm gonna get broccoli. Oh, I should have probably gotten something out of that truck over there. I didn't even notice it till now. See, trucks don't show up on my Google search. Oh, it's flatbread though. I'm gluten-free. Couldn't eat it anyways. Oh, what a difference dry firewood makes. This is the driest, I'd argue, the first time I've had dry firewood at all. And why did I go get Chinese? Well, broccoli, green stuff. It's an easy place to get real green vegetables. Try it in a sports bar. It's harder than you think. And you can't get it at a pizza place. And the color green is what your body needs. I'm trying to think of common places. There's no green at KFC. Nothing green at most fast food places. Chipotle barely puts any lettuce on your. You have to ask for it. As always, I want to thank Alpha Moto for helping make this trip possible. Also need to thank Chinko Tires and Liquid Wrench chain and cable lube. And while I'm at it, while they didn't directly support this trip, RM Stater, they've been great in my builds. So, a lot of Interstate today. I didn't show you too much of it, just, it happened. What I will say is the V-Strom, if you have to do it, the V-Strom will do it. And if you have to go up a lumber service road, it'll do that too. And everything in between pretty well. It'll also run to the local strip mall and get Chinese food. So I like the V-Strom. Tomorrow off to more of a site. This isn't really a site. It's like a place to stay and get a shower. Although I have a campfire. And I am happy about that. So it is camping. It's just near a strip mall and a new housing development. It's literally like right across the road. It's like Troon Villas or something. It's crazy. Anywho, people. Oh, Troon Villas. Oh, it's like being on the golf course, except there's no golfers around here. I'll pay more for that. I don't know if my camera will pick them up. There are a bunch of lightning bugs. Yeah, see, my eyes are seeing them, but I don't see them on the screen. Let me go where it's darker. There, they're showing up. You see them? Oh, there's some off to my left. Maybe I'll come back when it's darker and see if they're still doing it. Oh, that's a couple of good ones. They're showing up a little bit better. It's so much darker than this camera actually. It's a good camera in low light. It makes it look brighter than it is.